All right, awesome. Welcome everybody for tuning in. We are live at the Pacific Dental Conference in Vancouver, BC, 2026, right here at the beautiful Vancouver Convention Center. You can see the North Shore Mountains in the background, and I'm sitting here with Kian from Clear.io, and we're going to be talking a little bit about his company's AI technology and what it's doing for the dental industry these days. So, without further ado, Kian, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself, giving us a little bit of background, kind of the formative years of younger Kian and your exposure to dental and kind of how you got into this role.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me, Scott. My name is Kian. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Clear. So we essentially automated the insurance verification process, giving you guys back power away from the insurance companies so that you get to focus more on patients and less be at the mercy of the insurances.
Awesome.
I got into the dental space because my mom, she has her own practice.
Okay, is she still practicing?
She is, yeah.
Did you have to did you get the child labor role where you had to work at her office when you were growing up?
I did. So it gave me a lot of exposure to how things work, the inefficiencies when it came to a lot of repetitive things. Obviously, since I've grown up, a lot of the stuff and the workflows have gotten more efficient.
Okay.
But when it comes to insurance and other admin-related tasks, there's still a lot of repetitive, nebulous things that people don't necessarily want to do and that aren't necessarily patient-focused.
Were those roles the ones that nobody wanted to do? Were those dumped on you growing up? Like, were you having to sit on hold with insurance at all? Or
Yeah. So that wasn't when I was super young. When I was able to speak.
9-year-old calling Manulife.
Yeah. So I grew up speaking French. So once my English got good enough,
Parlez-vous français?
yeah, exactly. So once my English got good enough, I started doing those alongside my sister. She also worked at the office.
Okay.
So we got a lot of exposure when it came to those things. And there was a lot of things you couldn't do and automate when it came to the dental field. But when AI came out, now it really enabled a bunch of different possibilities, from the reception to insurance to really everything.
It feels like AI is changing the dental world every single week, it seems. But I got two specific questions. So you mentioned French. Are you from France? Like, what is your background and where did Clear start?
For sure. So we're based out of Ottawa, but if you know Ottawa, it's right next to Gatineau. So I actually grew up in Gatineau on the Quebec side.
Okay.
Which is where I grew up. My parents are Iranian Canadian, so grew up speaking French and Farsi, and then eventually, when I grew up, I learned how to speak English.
Nice. And so the reason that I'm asking about the French side of things is because I want to extract the fact that Clear is Canadian-based, and so you guys work with all of the Canadian insurance companies, because that's been a big hurdle in the dental field, is having some sort of AI tool that does what Clear does, but syncs up and interfaces with Canadian insurance companies. So that's a big gap in the market that we're happy that you guys are filling. The second question that I had is, what did you end up doing your formal schooling for? Was it dentistry, and then you pivoted, or?
No, so I initially was in finance for university, and got really attracted to tech.
Okay.
So that's where kind of the crossroads of tech and dental came in, and luckily young enough to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that AI has enabled at a really perfect time.
And so how long ago did the genesis of Clear kind of take place?
It wasn't initially the full-fledged Clear that it is now.
There were some pivots along the way.
There were definitely some pivots.
Okay.
The most recent one was another kind of AI-related task where my co-founder Peter and I learned a lot when it came to technology and building. And so when we decided to make the move, we quickly saw the gap when it came to insurance. And so it was very obvious when it came to it to have to pivot. So took those findings and those experiences and applied them to the dental field.
Awesome. And so when did Clear officially launch as a product that was available to the dental market in Canada?
About a year and a half ago.
Awesome. What's the growth been like? We were talking on the way here. Fill in the gaps. You're talking with some big names now.
Yeah. It's not all official yet, but there's some big names for sure that have been reaching out, and it's been fantastic to work on something and It's honestly, it's not just about the big names. There's so many people reaching out to us, even walking throughout the convention that we're talking about how much they love the tool because it saves them time and enables them to do other things. Every day we're doing thousands of verifications. And
which is amazing.
That's multiple dozens of hours of human time saved to be applied to something that patients benefit from, as well as the admin teams.
And to give context, so I just gave a lecture for a couple hours this morning on orthodontics and clear aligners in the GP practice. And I did a survey of the attendees kind of at the beginning of the lecture, and probably just over half of them, if not more, were team members, not dentists, but team members. And there's a big chunk of those that are administrative team members. And usually I get a lot of clinical questions from the assistants and from the dentist at the end of the lecture. But I mentioned what Clear has done in terms of improving our ortho workflow. And half the people that came up to me after the lecture to ask me questions were like, can you tell me what the name of that AI software was again? And so I got to pass on those email and contact over to you later on. But I'm not lying when I say that it has been a game changer, at least in my practice, in terms of being able to improve not only our orthodontic workflow, but just overall workflow in general, and being able to get accurate and timely insurance breakdowns for all of our patients. When it comes to bigger offices, it can become a little bit unwieldy to try and be getting all of that information for 60, 70, 80 appointments in a day. And like you said, having the power of AI to kind of take over some of those repetitive tasks has just been absolutely huge. So Kian, let's say you're trying to explain what Clear does to a 9-year-old. Go back to 9-year-old you. So put it in super, super simple terms for anybody that's still kind of like, what exactly does this do again?
For sure. So we've made it really, really easy to get benefit information for the dental teams. So as opposed to having to go through a bunch of insurance portals or call the insurance company, dial a bunch of buttons
sit on hold for half an hour, 45 minutes.
And in some insurance companies, in some cases up to 90 minutes.
Yep.
And so when you're doing these things, the whole world around you doesn't pause. There's still patients coming in, patients going out, a bunch of other things that you need to attend to. So with Clear, essentially, all you do is log onto the platform, put in the patient's name, date of birth, policy, and ID, and then we'll take care of the whole process. Our software is going to essentially put the breakdown all together and give it back to you so that you get all the information. It's fully accurate because it's directly from the insurance company. You also get all of your time back, and your patients still get accurate estimates because they actually know what's going on with their coverage.
So to give like a real world example, let's say I've got a clear aligner patient coming in, they just booked an appointment that morning, they're coming in the afternoon, and we have no idea what their insurance breakdowns are. I want to be fully knowledgeable about what those numbers are before I walk into that conversation so that I'm prepared to handle any financial objections or questions or insurance information to be able to keep that warm lead warm and be able to keep that ball rolling. And so within a matter of, what would you say your max time is for turnaround? Half an hour?
Half an hour, yeah. Sometimes less than 5 minutes.
So we type in that information, and within minutes, we get that info back to us like that. And so it's been an absolute, like I said, game changer. I don't know any other word to use to describe it.
I appreciate that.
So that's awesome. You guys have been represented a real pivotal shift in my clinic's workflow, and hopefully for other clinics later on down the road. Speaking of later on down the road, what's on the horizon? What's coming down the pipeline for Clear?
It's funny you mention that, because every single time we meet with our customers or people that want to become customers and are asking questions about Clear, they see what we're doing. They're like, this is awesome. This solves a real pain, but can you also do X, Y, Z? Because we hate doing those. So right now we've automated the breakdowns and the process to get those. Next in line things are claim follow-ups.
Okay.
A lot of insurance companies, you submit a claim 30 days later, you still don't even know, has it been approved? Did they send it to the patient instead of you? What's going on? So we're automating that process, as well as the pre-auth side. So making it really, really easy for you guys to send pre-auths without having to go into 5 different files to do it.
That's amazing. Sweet. For anybody that's interested in finding out more, what's your website? Where can they learn a little bit more about your product?
Yeah, for sure. So you can go to clear.io, so CLEER.io, and then that's our website, so you'll have a bunch of information about what we do, how we do it, and you'll also have the option to go through our calendar, book a demo for the best time that works for you.
Now, right now,
walk you through it.
Sorry to interrupt, but is that demo going to be with some third-party agent overseas, or who are we talking to?
No, it'll be either me or somebody else on the team, and we'd be happy to walk you through it.
Awesome, awesome. If you are interested, like Kian said, go to their website, find out more. If you are a member of the Facebook group for BC Dentist Collaborative Network, chat with me. We've got preferred pricing, and if you are a Kakebo Dental Network member, talk to me again because we've got even more preferred pricing for you guys. So, Kian, thank you for taking the time. It was great to meet you. Thanks for making the trip out here to Vancouver, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Pacific Dental Conference.
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Thank you.